I'm gonna bet that you had no idea you could improve your sport performance without ingesting a single calorie or using an expensive supplement. Let's talk about it. In this video, we're gonna discuss 3 nutritional interventions that you could take in order to help improve your sport performance. And these are gonna be inexpensive methods of improving your sport performance, ranging from a minimal to a maximal performance benefit, depending on the sport and depending on the person. The first nutritional intervention actually isn't that expensive. In fact, you probably have it in your fridge or pantry right now. The first nutritional intervention we're going to discuss is sodium bicarbonate, otherwise known as baking soda. Baking soda we all have in our fridge, and if we don't, we can get for a really inexpensive rate. We can see here that baking soda has been shown to help improve anaerobic peak power and strength in endurance events lasting 48 seconds to 8 minutes in length. What this looks like in application in sport is improved strike accuracy in boxing across 4 or 5 rounds, 2,000-meter swim durations, and improvements in high intensity interval training type exercise. So for one of the most bang for your buck nutritional interventions, you could actually just be using baking soda. What's really interesting about the way research works is it's not always very inclusive across genders. However, if we look at this meta-analysis and systematic review, we know that there should be no difference between male and female subjects. The recommended dosage should be adequate for both female and male athletes. According to the literature, the best dose for application at this moment is 0.2 to 0.3 grams per kilogram of your body weight, which means myself at about 100 kilograms, I would have to take between 20 and 30 grams, 60 to 180 minutes prior to exercise to get the best bang for my buck out of the sodium bicarbonate. You might already be getting this in your pre-workout, so make sure you read the label beforehand. The last thing you want to be doing is taking added supplements or added sodium bicarbonate that you don't need. The next nutritional intervention we're going to talk about, I can almost guarantee is going to throw you for a loop. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is mint. Mint has been researched for its uses in hot climates because we know that the consumption of mint has actually helped to reduce the feelings of exertion in warm climates. In the context of sport, if it's really hot, consuming a mint leaf or any mint extract has helped to make athletes feel, well, less hot. Their rate of perceived exertion decreases and therefore their total output increases. If you're someone who plays an outdoor sport, runs long distances, or just lives in a really warm climate, chewing mint gum, having mint leaf extract, or mint leaves to chew on, all of these things might help. The consumption of mint helped to significantly improve the time to exhaustion, rate of perceived exertion, and the total power output of athletes. So maybe it's not just the people in our vicinity that benefit from us having minty fresh breath. Now, this last one might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but hear me out on this one because it's crazy. Carbohydrate mouth rinsing. Let me repeat that again. Carbohydrate mouth rinsing. It sounds like exactly what I'm saying. It's rinsing your mouth with carbohydrate. Now, why would you do that instead of ingesting it? Especially in endurance sports like marathons, ultramarathons, triathlons, these things. In examples with athletes that are sensitive to consuming large amounts of carbohydrates. In some sports, some athletes could reach a consumption of 60 to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour to maintain their optimal sport performance. That's a lot of carbohydrates. And after a while, that could take a very large toll on the stomach and make them feel sluggish. In cases like those where we want to make sure the athlete still feels light, nimble, and still gets a performance output benefit, carbohydrate mouth rinsing can be very beneficial. In fact, using solutions like Gatorade, carbohydrate mouth rinsing has actually shown to improve performance in delaying fatigue while also improving high intensity power output. While we actually see significantly greater improvements in performance after a long overnight fast, if you don't have time to get breakfast in the morning and you have a really early event, that's also something to consider to help upkeep your performance. To help you delay your fatigue, improve your high performance output, all while keeping you feeling light and reducing your gastrointestinal distress during your events, carbohydrate mouth rinsing might be the solution for you. While taking part in these nutritional interventions will provide you a lot of benefit to your sport performance, it is absolutely nothing if you don't have your nutrition and sleep down pat. So first, make sure you get that sorted and then worry about the little things like supplementation, meal timing, and nutritional interventions as we discussed today. Sodium bicarbonate, mint, and carbohydrate rinsing are all great ways to increase your performance, but if you don't have a solid nutrition plan, workout schedule, and consistent and solid sleep, that should be the primary focus of every athlete. All of these things are really great methods of increasing your sport performance without ingesting a single calorie or spending any money on unnecessary supplements, but they only really help 1 to 2%. To really make sure that you get the best out of your performance, whether it's in the gym, in a sport, or at work and in the classroom, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that follow button, turn on the notification bell so that you get updated on the next time we're releasing new evidence-based content. Thank you guys so much for the support. I will see you guys tomorrow.